Police, guys.
Yeah, his arms aren't even
Is there more?
attached.
Oh my gosh! Run! Go!
Urban Ghost shares this experience on their YouTube channel. Two hikers set out on a dangerous mountain trail to find a rumored abandoned plane crash site. The path was steep, muddy, and confusing, marked only by scattered dots on trees. Along the way, they battled exhaustion, slippery slopes, bees, and near falls, all while marveling at the breathtaking views of the wilderness. Eventually, after hours of struggle, they reached the crash site of a Cessna 414 from the early 1980s. The wreckage lay scattered across the hillside, with engines salvaged long ago, but twisted metal, wings, and parts still intact.
You just almost fell all the way down.
People have brought flowers out here and stuff. You almost fell all the way down?
Yep.
Be careful. How cool is this?
Pretty cool. I feel it makes me sad though if people died.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's definitely a sad situation, of course. Man. Took us this long to get out of here. Wow. Oh yeah, people have written all over it, scratched stuff into it. Oh yeah, and they painted skulls and stuff on it.
Wow, that's messed up.
Yeah.
That's crazy though.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, this was someone's...
The scene was haunting, yet fascinating, marked by flowers left in remembrance and vandalism from careless visitors. At the crash site, he tried the necrophonic spirit box. The device crackled plain, leave, pain.
And just this area took the brunt of the impact, clearly. It's wild.
Were the victims still here, echoing through the wreckage? Or was something else answering? I came across this story from a YouTuber named Sophie, and it gave me chills. She set out on a hiking trip in the Scottish wilderness, planning to camp in a bothy, an old isolated shelter hidden deep in the forest. As she trekked through the quiet trails, she couldn't help but notice how different it was from Denmark, her home. Scotland's forests felt alive, beautiful, yet unsettlingly mysterious. After hours of hiking, eventually, she found the real bothy.
I think we found it. Yes, it's here. Look at this beautiful sight.
Bigger, more welcoming, yet still surrounded by the heavy silence of the forest. She cooked, settled in, and tried to sleep. But then, things took a strange turn. In the middle of nowhere, a car appeared outside the bothy.
We have here. It's probably just someone working here in the forest area. Yeah. But I don't understand how he could drive here, because the path we walked on to get here was super narrow. Or maybe there's someone in the car, sleeping, who wanted to be inside the bothy.
The path was too narrow for vehicles. So, how did it get there? Was someone watching them? Or had they wandered into something far stranger? I came across this chilling story from a YouTuber, Dragon Bro Production, who went searching for what locals call the railroad lurker. They describe it as a tall, shadowy figure with multiple eyes crawling out of its face, haunting abandoned railways across the western United States. But why the railroads? Some say it waits there, preying on anyone foolish enough to wander too close. A man named Silas Walker claimed he saw the lurker one night. He warned, "Don't go poking around if you're not ready for the consequences." But the group ignored his warning and went to investigate. At first, they heard only rustling in the bushes, then shadows, figures, something watching. That's when they stumbled upon bones, a human skull, flesh torn to the bone. Suddenly the lurker appeared.
I've investigated.
Whoa, guys, stop.
I told you guys.
Guys, this is serious.
You go
Dude,
ahead.
there's like multiple pieces. There's a skull, there's a hand.
You go up there. I'm
Guys,
back here.
he's like eating down to the bone. Holy heck. Do you think there's more stuff like over this way?
Rats or something.
Bro, it's a human body,
Guys,
dude.
this might be actually.
Guys.
Died out here, and then like they could have gotten eaten. Right?
Okay, either way, we have to report this to the police. That's a dead. It's a dead human. What the heck? This is a
Guys,
dead
this
human
might be
body. We
like
have to
actual-
report this to police,
Yeah,
guys.
his arms aren't even.
Is there more?
attached.
Oh my gosh! Run! Go! Jeez! Crap! Oh my gosh!
So I have to ask, would you keep filming or run for your life? And why does this creature stay bound to the railroads? LENI Adventure posted this on his YouTube channel. This guy went out to explore what locals call the haunted snake farm. The story says a man once raised snakes here until one bit him, ending his life, and ever since, his ghost has been seen wandering these cursed grounds. As he walked deeper, the air grew heavier and the silence pressed in. Out of nowhere, a shadow darted across the grass.
Essa lenda aqui fez bastante sucesso lá no canal Chamos, há muitos anos atrás. E eu sempre quis vir aqui e acabou que nunca deu.
Could it be the snake keeper's spirit still guarding this land? He saw this abandoned building and decided to explore inside, and then he heard these strange sounds. His heart raced when he realized he had nothing to defend himself with, only his camera.
É o começo do vídeo, pessoal. Licença para entrar no local?
Then the figure appeared again, staring from the darkness.
Isso aqui, cara. Oh, meu Deus, pessoal, olha ali. Olha. Ali, ó. Apareceu de novo, pessoal. Apareceu de novo.
Whispers, footsteps, and strange noises surrounded him, making the old farm feel alive with the dead. Was it truly the ghost of the snake master, or something far more sinister? If you were in his place, would you keep exploring or run before the farm claimed you too? A YouTuber, Cursed Urban, posted this video. He went deep into one of the most notorious forests in the Midwest, often called the Bigfoot forest. Almost immediately, he caught a foul, rotting stench in the air, something unnatural. Suddenly, a blinding flash of light appeared and vanished, like a camera had gone off. But no one else was there. As he pushed deeper, heavy footsteps echoed through the woods. The smell returned, damp and decayed. Something seemed to follow him, staying just out of sight, almost human in its pace.
So it's like, okay, I'll take that into consideration. Dude, I smell something. It smells like, what is that smell? I don't know if it's the wind blowing it over or what, but it smells like pond water. You know what I mean? Like moldy, like pond water. Like how wet, like, oh, if you ever smelled like a wet mildew carpet, be thankful if you haven't. But that's what it smells like.
By nightfall, the sense of being watched grew unbearable. Every step he took, it felt like something was taking one too.
Because it's the truth. And That is... I feel like I'm being followed right now. That is exactly what it feels like, is that I am being followed right now.
Was it Bigfoot or something far darker hiding in the trees? This encounter was posted by a YouTube user, 5050 Fishing. This guy went out camping, and at first, everything seemed peaceful. Just him, his tent, and the quiet of the night. But as midnight settled in, while sleeping, the calm turned into sheer terror. He heard a sound from outside of his tent. A shadowy black figure began pressing up, as if trying to claw its way inside. The fabric of the tent shifted, creaked, and he could feel the weight of something unnatural pressing against him.
There's something else. There's... What the... Yeah, that sounds like a bear, like for real.
His heart raced, his body frozen in fear. Was it an animal or something far more sinister? If you were trapped inside that tent, would you dare unzip it to see what's outside, or would you stay hidden, hoping it goes away? This video was uploaded to Cave Chroniclia on YouTube. A group of explorers ventured deep into a cave that stretched for miles underground. From the start, the place felt alive. The echoes roared like a tornado, and strange red stains marked the walls. Flowstones formed eerie stair-like patterns, and the tunnels twisted into bridges, unstable passages, and pools of dark water. As they moved deeper, the cave twists into narrow tunnels. Would you keep going or turn back? The deeper they went, the more unsettling it became. Bats filled a vast chamber, their droppings thick on the ground.
It's the Grand Canyon of Indiana. Is that all bat poop? Yeah. That's not good. Oh, I see them up there.
They're hanging out.
Yeah, I see. Oh, there's one right there. Oh gosh. You don't want to breathe this stuff in.
While the cave itself split into endless paths, creating a maze where their lights began to flicker dangerously. Just when it seemed like the cave would never end, they stumbled upon an exit. But instead of leading back to the wilderness, it opened into a quiet suburban neighborhood.
Heck yeah, man. That was pretty damn cool. We were in there like 4 hours?
Yeah.
Dude, give me that fist bump.
We got it, bro.
Leaving one chilling question. How could such a place exist beneath ordinary streets? Night Encounters, a YouTube channel, posted this. They went deep into the woods, where abandoned houses stood cloaked in eerie silence. From the very start, the place carried a sinister presence, as if the trees themselves were holding back a secret. Stories told of a strange man, a possible cannibal, who once lived in these ruins. But were these just rumors? Or was something darker still lurking there? Inside the first house, the air was heavy, the rooms unnervingly small, and strange markings covered the walls. Whispers of movement and the suffocating sense of being watched made each step more terrifying.
That's weird, honestly. Like, super weird. What was that?
The heck? I just lost the game. What?
No, dude. That's weird. That's like, honestly, super weird.
Okay, bro, it's so dark. You can't see, like, literally anything.
The second house was even worse. The house looks very terrifying, and also has strange markings on the walls of all the rooms. Suddenly, they heard a strange sound. They were scared. They tried to look for what made the sound, but they didn't see anything.
Dude.
What made that sound? If you were trapped there, would you keep exploring or run before it was too late? Tiago Furacao, a YouTuber, shared the experience while he went to the Rancho Mansion. The legend tells of a wealthy family who used the ranch as a weekend escape. But one fateful night, bandits attacked. The father tried to protect his wife and son, but the boy was shot and killed. His wife left him soon after, blaming him for their loss. Alone and broken, the man is said to have taken his own life, though some claim he was executed. Could it have been his wife behind it, or something far darker? Upon getting there, they found an old diary and heard unexplained noises. Tiago swears he saw a ghostly hand.
O que é isso aí? Eu não sei se isso aqui é um diário. Vamos ver. A prece. O Senhor verdade.
Joga isso aí, velho. Não é não. Você viu?
Was it imagination or a spirit reaching out? Then it happens. A figure appears inside the house. A man, watching silently, before vanishing into the night.
Parecia que... sei lá, matar. Jogaram alguma coisa em cima da filha.
Que foi, Thiago? Ele não fala não, velho. Ele fica... O que foi que você viu? Fale, meu filho. Desenrole.
Eu vi um homem dentro, cara.
Não. Ele foi pra onde, Thiago?
Eu vou saber.
Was it the tormented ranch owner? Or something that feeds off fear itself? After seeing so many scary things, they got scared and left the house immediately. What do you think is lurking around there? Nightmare Ranch is truly cursed? Or is there another explanation hiding in the shadows? This video was shared by Dead Appalachia on YouTube. This YouTuber set out to explore the abandoned tag tunnel in Lafayette, Georgia, a 133-year-old railway tunnel now slowly transforming into a cave. Along the trail, they encounter enormous spiders guarding their webs like sentinels, making every step feel like a warning not to proceed.
Oh, he's posting up.
Posting up on us. Oh.
He's square up.
When the tunnel finally comes into view, it looms like a black mouth in the side of Pigeon Mountain, exhaling a cold, damp breath. Inside, the air is frigid, water rises around their boots, and the walls drip with limestone and calcium deposits, slowly erasing the traces of human construction. Rubble piles from collapsed ceilings make the tunnel feel more like a grave than a passage. Deeper within, he finds scattered bones and unsettling silence broken only by his own footsteps.
Up here, this is a bone. Not sure what it could have been for. It may have been from... So this happened when I explored here years before I started doing my YouTube. But I went to this place and I found a half-eaten possum body in here. The entire back half was completely decayed. So I'm thinking that may be the bone from that possum. And this right here, this is the end of it. It really looks like a monster came in and just broke its way out, didn't it? Or broke its way in. All right, there we go. That's the tunnel. I love these like rocky ridges around here that encircle the trail. So if you were to go down yonder, there is an old man's farm, and he really does not like folks coming down there. There are no trespassing signs all around this area. I do not want my keister shot off by an old man with a shotgun.
So, if you stumbled on this abandoned railway tunnel, would you step inside, or would you walk away before the mountain swallowed you whole? While hiking, this person spotted something that sent chills rushing down their spine. From a distance, high on a remote hilltop, a massive figure appeared, towering over the landscape with impossibly long arms swinging by its sides. At first, it looked almost human, but the way it moved told a very different story. Confident, steady, and almost too calm for something that shouldn't even exist, the creature strode across the ridge like it owned the land. The hiker quickly pulled out their camera, their hands shaking, and managed to capture the unbelievable sight. And this wasn't just some blurry dot in the distance. The figure's sheer size, its heavy stride, and the strange way its limbs swayed looked nothing like a normal person, or even an animal. Many people who've seen this footage swear it could only be Sasquatch, the legendary Bigfoot that hunters, hikers, and explorers have been chasing for decades. Others argue it's just a person in a costume. But here's the thing. Look closely at how tall it is compared to the hilltop trees. Notice the way the arms nearly reach its knees? If it was someone in a suit, how could they possibly pull that off? One thing's for sure, the mystery of Bigfoot just got a whole lot scarier. Kids were playing in the woods while their dad filmed them, when suddenly, a black cryptid appeared. It didn't just walk. It leapt straight into the trees, moving like something out of a nightmare.
Come on, guys.
What's that, Dad?
I don't. Let's go. Let's go back inside. Come on. Come on, guys.
But here's the chilling part. This happened in the Appalachian Mountains. These mountains stretch over 2,000 miles across 13 states, and some forests are so deep they go 100 miles without a single town. Many people have vanished here, never seen again. So the storyteller has to ask, was that creature just passing by? Or is it the reason some people never come back from the Appalachians? On New Year's Eve, 2022, deep in the Appalachian Mountains, a man stepped outside to take out the trash. Strange noises had been drifting in from the woods all night, but curiosity got the better of him. The second he set foot outside, the air was pierced by blood-chilling screams echoing through the trees.
Going here by myself. Weird stuff out here. I've been hearing weird stuff out here, so. Yep. Yep, there it is. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
His nervous laugh quickly turned into panic as he blurted out, before rushing back inside. Alone in the depths of the Appalachian Mountains, a man awoke to a feeling he could never forget, like invisible eyes piercing through the darkness. It was 2 a.m. when his gaze slid toward the doorway and froze. There, in the faint glow of the shadows, stood a strange figure, unmoving, staring straight at him. Terror rooted him to the bed, but somehow his trembling hand found his phone, hitting record from where he lay. That's when the night turned truly horrifying. A low demonic whisper crawled through the silence, echoing across the room. So the question is, what exactly was watching him in the dark? This eerie trail cam footage comes straight out of the Appalachian Mountains, and what it captures is bone-chilling. Some believe it shows the rake, others call it a pale crawler, but one thing's certain, this figure doesn't look human. Even more unsettling, right before the clip ends, the creature seems to realize it's being watched, staring directly at the camera. To rule out any trickery, the footage was analyzed with Deepware's AI and CGI detection tools. The results? A clear green report, confirming no signs of deepfakes or digital tampering. What exactly did this camera capture lurking in the Appalachian woods? A lone hiker wanders off the main trail, thinking maybe there's a shortcut or just wanting to explore a bit. But then, something unusual catches their eye. A hole dug straight into the ground. It wasn't just a small dip in the dirt. No, this looked deliberate, like someone had been digging for days. Curious, the hiker decided to step inside. At first, it felt like a harmless adventure, almost like crawling into a secret fort. But the deeper they went, the darker it became. The tunnel stretched on, carved out with unsettling precision, and every step echoed like someone or something had walked there before. And then, at the very end of this long, narrow tunnel, the hiker froze. A cage, just sitting there in the darkness. Rusted bars, heavy chains, and a lock that looked far too strong for something so deep underground. Now here's where the real questions begin. Who dug this? Was it just some prankster, or maybe someone building a strange underground hideout? But then again, why the cage? A cage doesn't just appear by accident. Was it meant to keep something in, or to keep people out? Think about it. Cages are built for control. If someone went through the trouble of digging this tunnel, dragging down a cage, and locking it in place, then whatever it was meant to hold had to be important, or dangerous. Imagine being alone in a quiet cabin, miles away from anyone else. The night is still, the fire is crackling, and everything feels calm. Until a strange sound breaks the silence. That's exactly what happened to one man during his stay in the woods. At first, he thought it was just an animal moving around, maybe a deer or a raccoon. But curiosity got the better of him, and he decided to step outside and check. The deeper he walked into the forest, the louder the noise became, like wood splitting in half. Then he saw it.
Look, they're ruining this freaking place. What in God's name is it? It's bigger than me, whatever it is. Because it's breaking limbs off that it would take me 2 minutes to saw. Look, see, he's coming right above me right here. He's fixing to throw something at me, whatever it is. Yeah, they don't like you messing with them. Look. What in God's name? Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down. Something, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, it's gotta be I don't even think a bear would have a chance in Hades and it doing this. It's something stronger than a bear. And he is pissed. Yeah, that's a healthy tree. About 8 to 10, maybe even 12 inches in diameter that he just broke because he's pissed because I'm getting close to him.
Trees, massive trees, weren't just falling. They were being ripped apart, torn right down the middle, as if something unbelievably strong was smashing through them. Whatever was out there wasn't moving slowly either. It was fast, darting between the shadows, too quick to fully see. He froze, his heart racing, staring into the darkness. The forest that once felt peaceful now felt alive, almost like it was hiding something that didn't want to be found. So, what could it have been? A natural disaster? Some kind of animal no one talks about? Or something much stranger that doesn't want to be discovered? It was just an ordinary afternoon when a man living near a graveyard started recording his surroundings. The sun was out, everything seemed calm, until it happened. Out of nowhere, a blood-curdling scream echoed from inside the cemetery. It wasn't a laugh, it wasn't an animal. It was something far more chilling. He froze, phone in hand, as the scream rang out again, louder this time, like it was coming from deep within the graves themselves. So here's the question. What do you think he captured? While passing through an old cemetery with her dog, everything seemed calm at first, just the crunch of leaves underfoot and the quiet breeze brushing against the gravestones. But suddenly, the dog froze. Its ears perked up, its body went stiff, and then it started pulling back on the leash like it had seen something terrible. Now, dogs don't act like that for no reason. They're known to sense things people can't, strange sounds, hidden movements, and maybe even things beyond our world. The girl looked around, but the cemetery was empty. Still, her dog wouldn't move forward. Instead, it kept staring at one shadowy corner, eyes wide and fur bristling. The air grew colder. Every step felt heavier, like someone or something was nearby. Watching. Was it a restless spirit wandering between the headstones? A shadow figure lurking in the dark? Or maybe something invisible that only her dog could see? One thing's for sure, the cemetery didn't feel so empty anymore. And if animals really do sense what we can't, then maybe the dog wasn't scared for nothing. A farmer in Buenos Aires recently uploaded a chilling video that left viewers stunned. In the clip, a shadowy figure can be seen gliding swiftly across his field, towering at what looks to be nearly 8 feet tall. It moved upright, taking long, deliberate strides through the grass, unlike any animal known in the region. The farmland was eerily empty, making its presence stand out even more. Some online speculate it could be the Yasi, a mysterious forest being whispered about in local folklore. Others say its massive build and strange gait make it resemble Bigfoot. Whatever it was, one thing is certain. The farmer had never seen anything like it before. When a homeowner steps outside for some fresh air, suddenly, frozen in place, just a few yards away, a child is standing there. Not laughing, not playing, not moving, just staring. But here's the unsettling part. This kid is wearing a mask. A blank, expressionless mask. The clothes look odd too, like they were picked out of an old attic or borrowed from another time. Torn shirt and leaves used as pants, the kind of outfit that feels wrong. The homeowner's curiosity takes over, so footsteps move closer. Questions are asked. Where are your parents? Do you live around here? But the kid? Silence. No words, no reaction. Just staring. At this point, the mind starts racing. Who could the owner of this child be? Is there even a parent nearby? Or could this be something else entirely? Something not even human, just wearing the shape of a kid to lure people in. It's the kind of moment that makes the hair on the back of the neck stand straight up. Because when someone or something refuses to answer, when it just watches, motionless, it's impossible not to wonder, is this a lost child? Or a warning? So what do you think? Was it really just some neighborhood kid pulling a prank? Or did the homeowner witness something far stranger? Out in the middle of the woods, there stood a strange tree that didn't look like the others. From a distance, it almost seemed like the trunk was covered in long, thick hair. While hiking through the mountains of India, something caught the eyes of many travelers. A trail so terrifying, it almost looked like a dare from nature itself. The path was carved into the steep side of a mountain, with steps so tiny that even the slightest slip could send someone tumbling into the abyss below. Each step felt less like a solid foothold and more like a test of courage. Picture this. The ground beneath the feet was barely wide enough to place a shoe. The wind howled, brushing against shoulders as if it wanted to push someone off balance. Looking down wasn't an option. The sheer drop stretched endlessly, making stomachs twist with fear. One wrong move, and the consequences could be severe. Many hikers say their hearts raced faster with every step, not from the climb, but from the thought of what could happen if they slipped. Some even admitted their knees were shaking so badly that it felt like the mountain itself was laughing at their fear. Others described it as walking on a knife's edge, where bravery and disaster live just inches apart. But here's the strangest part. Even though the trail is insanely dangerous, adventurers still line up to face it. Why? Because reaching the end gives a feeling that's almost magical. A mix of survival, pride, and the thrill of conquering something that looked impossible. A mysterious dark figure was recently spotted on Google Earth, just outside Montrose, Colorado. The coordinates, 38 degrees, 16 minutes, 24 seconds north, 108 degrees, 8 minutes, 32 seconds west, pinpoint the exact location where the shape emerged. And what's strange, the outline looks eerily similar to the classic image of a Sasquatch mid-stride. Even more compelling, the figure only appeared in a single satellite shot from 2019, then vanished in all others. That rules out a tree or rock formation. It was moving, and now things get even wilder. A newly released game cam photo has surfaced, and many are calling it the clearest Bigfoot image ever captured. The figure towers with massive shoulders, thick arms, and a barrel-like chest, features that rarely show up in past blurry sightings. The image is so sharp, it leaves people divided. Skeptics say it's too real, while believers insist it's the proof they've been waiting for. In July 2021, a couple set out on the Lover's Lane Trail in Olympic National Park, tracing the path along the Salt Duck River. The scenery was breathtaking, until something unusual caught their eyes. Far in the distance stood a dark, motionless figure. It didn't shift, didn't sway, didn't move at all. Thinking it was nothing more than a fallen tree, they continued on their way, but not before snapping a quick photo. Later, curiosity got the better of them, and they ran that photo through a Google image search. What does the AI tool suggest? Let's just say it might not have been a simple treetop after all. While doing his routine rounds at an old manor, a maintenance worker spotted something chilling, a shadowy figure staring at him from behind a window. He quickly snapped a photo. Curious and concerned, he went inside to investigate. The alarm system was still armed. Nothing was broken. Nothing was out of place. He reset the system and turned for one last look. The figure had vanished. What makes this story truly unsettling is who saw it. This wasn't someone known for spinning ghost tales or chasing the paranormal. This was a grounded, no-nonsense man, respected by his colleagues for being level-headed and honest. But that night, even he was rattled. He couldn't explain what had been watching him from the shadows. On May 26, 2025, Ray, a YouTuber famous for his spine-chilling forest explorations, ventured deep into an isolated woodland to set up a trail camera and audio recorder. The setting was calm and untouched, with only fresh animal tracks hinting at any life nearby. The only human he encountered was a lone hiker, and by the time he returned the next morning, everything appeared undisturbed, except the audio recorder, which had mysteriously stopped working, likely due to dead batteries. But when Ray reviewed the camera footage, one haunting moment froze him in his tracks. At exactly 4 a.m., a shirtless man emerged from the darkness, crawling across the forest floor with a massive axe clutched in his hand. Disturbed, Rai asked around in nearby villages, hoping someone might recognize the man. No one did. So who was this crawling figure in the dead of night? And what was he doing with that axe in the middle of nowhere? While hiking through a quiet forest trail with a friend, someone stepped into a small clearing and instantly froze. Hanging from one of the trees was something deeply disturbing, something that didn't belong there. Its presence was eerie, unexplained, and completely out of place in the stillness of the woods. They didn't dare get closer. The shock of discovering it in such a remote spot sent chills down their spine. Without saying a word, they turned and left, haunted by the image and the feeling that they were never meant to find it. One night, a farmer glanced out his window and spotted something unusual moving in the distance. Curious and uneasy, he reviewed the security footage, and what he saw sent a chill down his spine. A lone figure, draped in what looked like a long gown, was slowly gliding across his land. There was no flashlight, no source of light at all, and yet they navigated the pitch-black, uneven terrain with eerie ease, never stumbling, never hesitating. Who or what could move like that in total darkness? And more importantly, why were they there at all? While exploring a remote forest in Mexico, a Reddit user snapped a photo that would later leave them deeply unsettled. In the top left corner of the image, barely visible among the trees, was a faint figure, something that didn't belong to the natural surroundings. At the moment the photo was taken, the user was certain they were completely alone. But when they captured another picture just seconds later, the mysterious figure had vanished without a trace. Was it a simple trick of the light? A case of pareidolia? Or was something silently lurking in the shadows, watching from the trees? While hiking deep in the woods, a man spotted what looked like a little boy standing still in the distance. But as he cautiously approached, he realized it wasn't a child at all. It was a mannequin. Who would drag a mannequin into the forest, and why? Was it planted as some kind of twisted prank? Or is there a more disturbing reason for hiding in plain sight? Either way, the unsettling sight was enough to cut his hike short. He turned around and headed straight back to his car, haunted by the chilling encounter. Deep in the heart of a dark, overgrown forest, someone set up a trail camera to catch glimpses of wildlife. But what the footage captured was far from ordinary. In one eerie frame, a woman in a flowing white dress appeared, standing still, staring straight into the lens. Stranger still, she seemed to have antlers growing from her head. Then, just 40 minutes later, she was gone, vanished without a trace. If this happened, it's the stuff of nightmares. But something about the photo feels off. Too cinematic. Too perfect. Maybe it was staged, or maybe we just weren't meant to understand what we saw. One quiet evening, a truck driver was filming the full moon to share the moment with his son. Focused on getting the perfect shot, he was startled when his truck suddenly jolted, as if he'd hit something. He pulled over immediately. Curious and shaken, he replayed the dashcam footage, and that's when things got strange.
What the hell? No. No, 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 no. Wait, there's nothing there.
At first it looked normal. Then a shadowy figure appeared, standing motionless in the middle of the road. But when he stepped out to investigate, the road was empty. Nobody. No trace. Just silence. Some believe he may have encountered something beyond our world, something that vanished just as quickly as it came. Paranormal investigators are still baffled. Late one night, a man was driving through a dark, echoing tunnel when he witnessed something that defied all logic. Unable to believe what he saw, he quickly reviewed his dashcam footage, and there it was. A mysterious figure materialized out of nowhere, only to vanish as his car passed through it. Was it the lingering spirit of someone long gone? Or just an eerie trick of the light? What do you think happened that night? On August 23, 2013, what started as a thrilling base jump near Twin Falls, Idaho, turned into a near-death experience. Two men leaped from the iconic Perrine Bridge, but in midair, chaos struck. One of the jumpers realized too late that his parachute wasn't opening properly. He spiraled out of control, hurtling toward the jagged rocks along the riverbank. In a twist of luck or fate, he narrowly missed the rocks and slammed into the river instead. The impact was savage. He was immediately rushed to the hospital. But in a miracle that defied the odds, he survived, battered but alive, and without any life-threatening injuries. While hiking alone, Instagram user Smithereens felt that eerie, unmistakable sensation like he wasn't truly alone. At first, he chalked it up to nerves, but then he turned his camera toward the trees, and what he captured sent chills down his spine.
Come out. Come out from behind the tree, I see you. Okay, we gotta go.
Peeking from behind one of the trunks was a pale, human-like figure. The second he locked eyes with it, instinct kicked in, and he took off running. The video ends with him fleeing, with no update and no explanation. He likely made it out safely, considering the footage was posted, but one haunting question still lingers. What was lurking in those woods? In the fall of 2024, as a rare comet made its final visible pass across Earth's skies, a lone biker hit the road in search of a perfect view. With a camera mounted and hopes high, he rode through the night, recording everything along the way. The comet never appeared to the naked eye, but the footage told a different story. While reviewing the clips days later, something eerie emerged. A fast-moving shadow darted across the frame. It wasn't a finger, it wasn't a bird, and it wasn't anything the biker had seen in real time. He was completely alone that night, yet something else had been out there. To this day, he still can't explain what he captured. This person was hiking deep in the wilds of West Virginia when they stumbled upon something downright chilling. A massive footprint, embedded in the dirt, far larger than any normal humans. They snapped a photo and sent it to me, clearly shaken. It wasn't just the size that was disturbing. It was the eerie stillness of the area, like the forest itself was holding its breath. What kind of creature could have left something like that behind? Is there something even more unexplainable roaming those woods? Let me know what you think in the comments. Was this just an elaborate prank? Or did this person accidentally cross paths with a living legend? A group of campers was scoping out the perfect spot to set up camp when something bizarre stopped them in their tracks. A tiny hand, reaching up from a hole in the ground like it was clawing for help or trying to escape. They crept closer, hearts pounding, but before they could get a clear look, the hand vanished into the shadows below. It wasn't a raccoon's paw. It wasn't anything they recognized. So now they're asking, does it look familiar to you? Late one night, YouTuber Chris Javier was casually filming a vlog outside his Airbnb when something bizarre started happening. As he stood under a streetlight, a strange feeling crept over him, like he wasn't alone. Suddenly, the light above him began to flicker.
Like watching it from here, and what the freak? You guys saw that? You guys saw that, right? What the? You guys, I know you guys just saw that, right? I kept blinking. What the hell? And it never does that. Look, it just went out. It just went out. It doesn't do that at all. Oh my gosh, you guys. Turn on. Let me see if it turns on. Will it turn on for me? What the heck is going on? You can see it has a little light into it too. Right there, it's glowing. Just a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is creepy. I'm just gonna go over here real quick.
Confused, he wondered if the light was somehow reacting to him. But just as he tried to move away, the light blinked again, this time on cue with his voice. That's when things got truly unsettling. From the dark alley he had just walked past, a man appeared angry, dazed, and muttering to himself.
You know, see, that's what I'm talking about. The guy's just walking back and forth. He just started following. See, that's him. You see him behind me. Yes, you guys see him behind me. He's right there. What the fuck? You guys, he's like coming towards me. I am not liking that. The crazy thing is, I saw him like face to face when I was coming, like when I was showing you guys when I was going down that hill. He was right there. Alright. I don't know if I see him. Alright, you guys. What the hell is he doing?
Chris backed away, uneasy. The man lingered under the same flickering light, then, without warning, began spinning in circles, as if caught in some kind of trance.
Listen. Look what he's doing. He's just moving his arm back and forth. What the hell? Yo, this place is creepy. This place is actually really, really creepy.
Needless to say, Chris didn't get much sleep that night, but by morning, he was gone, leaving that eerie Airbnb and its haunted streetlight behind for good. One night off the coast of Scapello, Sicily, something eerie was captured on camera. A glowing figure drifted through the dark waters at first, and it looked like a diver with a headlamp. But as it came closer, the illusion fell apart. Its shape was all wrong. Long, serpent-like, a visible spine running down its back. And the way it moved? Not human, not even close. Was it just a trick of the light? A diver caught at a strange angle? Or did this fisherman stumble upon something far more mysterious lurking beneath the surface? A TikToker vacationing with his family near a remote cemetery in South America decided to explore the eerie grounds one night. Camera in hand, he began recording, just for fun. But what he captured was anything but ordinary. As they approached one of the graves, the soil suddenly began to move.
Elizabeth, sal. Se está manifestando, güey. Sal, Elizabeth.
Cuidado.
Elizabeth. Se está moviendo. ¿Quieres salir, Elizabeth? Mira, se está moviendo.
Se está moviendo, güey. No manches, güey.
Literalmente pura tierra. Se está moviendo la tierra como que la tierra.
Va a salir, güey.
Not just a little violently, like something was desperately trying to escape from beneath. The footage quickly went viral. Some are convinced it's evidence of the paranormal. Others fear someone may have been buried alive. A few skeptics chalk it up to an animal. Whatever the explanation, one thing's certain. It's the kind of video that'll haunt you long after you've watched it. While out exploring nature, someone stumbled upon something seriously bizarre. Slithering across the ground was a slimy, blob-like creature, unlike any animal they'd ever seen before. They scoured the internet for answers, but nothing came close to matching it. So now the big question is, did they uncover a rare, undocumented species? Or is this just a cleverly staged hoax designed to go viral? Seen anything like it? Drop your theories in the comments. This one's a mystery worth solving. While visiting a cemetery late at night, this person's camera caught something truly bone-chilling. At first, it was just silence and the occasional rustle of leaves. But then, right there in the corner of the frame, a ghostly figure appeared. It wasn't dust. It wasn't a trick of the light. It was moving, slowly and deliberately. This person didn't notice it at first. But when reviewing the footage later, this person realized what had been captured. A transparent shape drifted behind the tombstones, almost like it was watching. No explanation, no warning, just a real video of a ghost. Whether it's a spirit trapped between worlds or something darker, what this camera picked up is one of the clearest pieces of paranormal evidence this person has ever seen. What do you think? Real ghost or just a trick of the mind? Let me know in the comments, if you're brave enough. A woman was walking home late one night when she decided to rest on a bench for just a moment. But within 2 minutes, her peaceful pause turned chilling.
Настя, я боюсь. Настя, я боюсь. Там видно? Посмотри, там видно. Слышишь ты, сука? Я сейчас тебя так пиздану, ты охуеешь.
Out of the corner of her eye, she spotted something or someone. A masked figure, barely visible, lurks silently behind a tree. The camera trembled as fear took hold. She wanted to run, but her body wouldn't move. Was this just a twisted prank, or something far more sinister? One thing was certain, if she hadn't seen him when she did, this story might have had a very different ending. While hiking deep into a remote forest trail, this person stumbled upon something that sent chills down their spine. Hidden between the thick branches and old moss-covered bark was a face carved into the trunk of a tree. It wasn't just some rough sketch either. The expression was haunting, almost too human, as if it were watching. This person stood frozen. Why would someone do that? Was it a warning? A ritual? Or maybe someone or something wanted to be remembered. Whatever the reason, the deeper you look into that carved face, the more it feels like the forest is looking back at you. 3 years ago, someone was jolted from their evening routine by a blood-curdling scream outside their home. It wasn't just a sound, it was a raw, chilling cry that echoed from deep within the woods, right near a steep drop overlooking the highway, with a cemetery eerily close by. It sounded like a woman, terrified and desperate. But then again, maybe it was just some wild animal, right? Unnerved, They recorded the moment and called the police, even sent in the footage. But nothing came of it. No follow-up, no missing person reports, no answers. And yet, that scream, it never left them. They never heard it again, before or since. Wildlife doesn't cry like that. At least it shouldn't. In June 2025, near Enderland, North Dakota, a local caught jaw-dropping footage of the sky turning into a giant, swirling mesocyclone, just moments away from forming a full-blown tornado.
Oh my God.
The cloud formation crept across the sky like a living, breathing beast, immense, hauntingly beautiful, and downright terrifying. It moved slowly, but its power was undeniable. Honestly, it's the kind of thing you film once from a safe distance and then run. While hiking near the railroad tracks in Mission Park, San Antonio, a man snapped a quick photo, but what he saw later left him speechless. When he reviewed the image, two mysterious figures appeared in the distance, standing eerily still. Locals have long whispered tales of ghostly children who push stalled cars off the tracks, but this was something entirely different. Confused and unsettled, unsure if he'd captured a trick of the light or something truly supernatural, he posted the photo online, and the internet hasn't stopped talking about it since. 6 years ago, a Reddit user ventured deep into the countryside to explore an old, crumbling farmhouse, one that locals whispered about with unease. They said the owner had died inside nearly 30 years earlier, and judging by the state of the place, time hadn't been kind. The floors were collapsing, and the stairs to both the basement and upper level had completely vanished. Nature had swallowed the house. Thick trees and tangled bushes made just reaching a door feel like navigating a jungle. Still, he found a narrow opening and slipped inside, thinking he was alone. He wasn't. Inside, every window was boarded up, and the main door was sealed tight. Then, echoing through the empty shell of the house, came a voice.
Looks like all the windows have been boarded up, especially the door out. You've got to be fucking shitting me. The thing is, I was coming here to do a stupid fucking video. I don't actually want to fucking die. I might have just been a fucking...
He'd explored countless abandoned places before, but this one felt different, wrong. He couldn't shake the feeling that something else was there, watching. A bizarre video has been circulating lately, leaving viewers stunned. In it, a glowing orange orb shoots out from the edge of a forest, hovers for just a moment, then streaks toward a parked car and explodes on impact. The blast is intense, almost too real. Naturally, theories are flying. Some insist it's ball lightning, that rare and unpredictable weather event known to flicker, float, and sometimes violently detonate during storms. But here's the strange part. The orb didn't just drift, it targeted the car with eerie precision. That's why others believe we may have just witnessed a test run of advanced secret technology, possibly even a directed energy weapon. Is it natural, man-made, or something else entirely? No one knows for sure. Lucas and his friend Gavin were hiking through the quiet woods of rural Pennsylvania when an overpowering stench suddenly filled the air. Expecting to stumble upon a decaying animal, Lucas instinctively pulled out his phone. Peering through the dense trees, Lucas spotted a massive, crouched figure. It had the shape of an ape, but the unsettling movements of a man. Heart pounding, he snapped a photo and hit record just as the creature stood and disappeared deeper into the forest. Neither of them could speak. Frozen with fear, they knew they had just seen something unexplainable. To this day, Lucas is certain of one thing. Whatever it wasn't human. While hiking in the forest, this person and their family noticed something strange. This person kept hearing twigs snap behind them. At first, they thought it was just the wind, until this person turned around and spotted a massive bear slowly stalking them from a distance. The bear wasn't charging or growling, it was just silently following, step by step, shadowing their every move through the dense trees. As tension rose, this person tried to stay calm, urging the family to keep moving without running. The bear kept closing the gap, clearly curious or sizing them up. It felt like something straight out of a horror movie, except this was real. But after what felt like forever, the bear finally lost interest and wandered off into the woods, leaving this person and their family completely shaken, but thankfully unharmed. Around June 14th, 2025 in Bridgeport, West Virginia, two men stumbled upon something in the sky that left them speechless.
I look like it. Hey, what is that, bro? Dude, I don't know about a cell phone tower, Monk.
There's no...
Monk, I don't think it's a cell phone tower, bro. Dude, I have never in my life seen anything do what it's doing. Wait, you should come look at my phone. I can't stop this. I've never seen any cell phone tower do what this is doing. You sure, bro? That is a spaceship. Wait till you see this shit. Because if that's a cell, then where's the other one at? No, the cell phone towers are over there on that side, down to that end. Yeah, those are cell phone towers. What the fuck is that?
He held up his phone, recording the bizarre structure seemingly hovering in place. What they captured has sparked wild speculation. Was it just a cleverly designed drone? Or did they accidentally record a real UFO that night? Something truly out of this world? While camping in Texas, a family decided to check out a nearby haunted house, one that already had a dark reputation after someone reportedly died there years ago. Sitting safely in their car, they watched the eerie, abandoned structure. But then, something chilling happened. They caught this on camera.
Later, it's gonna go in your house. The OS paranormal activity is gonna do something. It's fake. But it can't come in our house. Whoa!
Out of nowhere, what appears to be a small hand reaches out from the window. Locals say ghostly figures of children are often seen peering from the windows and lurking near the doors of this house, fueling the belief that it's truly haunted. While a man was carefully cutting through the base of a massive tree with a chainsaw, Everything seemed routine until the final slice brought the trunk crashing down, and then came the shock.
Watch out, Zach. It's going to spin over.
There's the doggy.
Come on.
How was that ride?
That's a first. So, Dad, I didn't get the squirrel.
What happened to the squirrel, baby?
The squirrel got away.
As the dust settled and the tree hit the ground, out popped something no one expected. A dog. That's right. A dog came trotting out from inside the hollow trunk like it had just ridden a roller coaster. It turns out the dog had chased a squirrel and somehow climbed into a hidden cavity high up in the tree. By some miracle, it survived the whole ordeal without a scratch. Still, the dog? Fine. Just a little confused and probably ready to try again. Back in 2017, a cyclist was documenting his ride through a thick, shadowy forest when he stumbled upon something straight out of a nightmare. Standing dead center in the trail was a clown, completely still, silently staring into the void. At first, the cyclist was intrigued, maybe even tempted to ride closer, thinking it was just some kind of prop or abandoned doll. But as he inched forward, a chilling feeling crept in. Something was off, very off. Without hesitation, he turned around and got out of there. I mean, who in their right mind stands motionless in the middle of the woods in a clown suit, staring into nothing? On June 14th, something bizarre unfolded at Pacific City Beach in Oregon. A witness reported seeing a massive drone flying unusually low over the ocean, far larger than your average drone, and carrying something even stranger. A huge, unidentified object dangling beneath it. Then, in one swift move, the drone dropped the object into the water and vanished into the sky. The witness snapped a photo, but the object's shape remains a mystery. No limbs, no clear features, yet it was eerily human-sized. Now, the internet is buzzing with speculation. What exactly was so important or so secret that it had to be dropped into the ocean from a drone? On June 9th, 2025, in the quiet deserts of Arizona, a woman set out to record a peaceful sunset. But what her camera captured was far from peaceful or explainable.
Right there.
Hovering in the sky was a bizarre, human-like figure. It wasn't a bird, it wasn't a drone, and it wasn't a trick of the light. While skeptics rushed to call it a glitch or a hoax, something strange happened in the comments. Dozens of people claimed they had seen the same thing. Coincidence? Or something much bigger? While away on vacation, a homeowner casually checked the live feed from his backdoor camera, but then he paused. In one frame, something felt off. There, crouched low and staring directly into the lens, was a dark, shadowy figure. Its posture didn't look human or animal, and the eyes? They glowed in a way that sent chills down his spine. Some quickly dismissed it as a stray dog caught at the perfect angle, but others? They aren't so sure. Was it just a dog, or did something else wander into that yard? While hiking through the misty trails of the Pacific Northwest, a Reddit user caught sight of something moving in the woods. His jaw dropped. Standing upright, covered in black fur, was a massive ape-like figure, unlike anything native to the area. It didn't match any known animal, but it did bear an eerie resemblance to a legendary creature whispered about for generations. Could this be the moment someone finally captured Bigfoot on camera? While fishing in Brazil, a group of fishermen came across something truly bizarre, something they'd never seen before. At first glance, they assumed it was just some trash, maybe scraps of fabric or floating plastic. But then it moved. One of the fishermen reached in and pulled out one of the strange creatures. What he held looked eerily like a bat, but far more unsettling. So what do you think? Did they discover something real, or is this just another internet hoax? A Reddit user shared a chilling trail cam photo their cousin had shown them. A lone woman in a flowing white dress, standing eerily still in the middle of the woods. Some brushed it off as a harmless cosplay or an elaborate prank, but others had a far darker theory. Maybe it was something or someone trying to lure people deeper into the forest. The strange part? The cousin lives in an extremely remote area, making it almost impossible for anyone to be out there by chance. In the end, no one could explain it. But many are convinced it wasn't human at all. While exploring an old, abandoned silo under the cover of night, a group of friends froze in their tracks. From the darkness came the faint sound of a girl's voice, soft, trembling, calling for help. She claimed her phone was dead and that she couldn't find anyone. At first it seemed real, too real, but there was something off, a strange, mechanical edge in her tone, not quite human. That's when it hit them.
Found a skinwalker at the silos.
Hello? Do you want me? I lost my friends.
Huh?
I lost my friends.
What?
My phone said, can you please help me?
What?
Hello?
Yo, hold on. Chill.
I can't see anything.
No, that's a skinwalker, bro. That's a skinwalker.
Where are you guys?
Is you a skinwalker? Go down. You're going down, bro. Are you a skinwalker? This way, this way. Hey, double up.
My friends.
That sounded like a skinwalker.
This wasn't a person. The air grew colder. None of them waited for an answer. They bolted out of the silo, hearts pounding, never looking back. It could be a clever recording meant to lure them in, or maybe it was something far worse, a mimic waiting for its prey. After losing her husband, Mrs. Collins began noticing unsettling occurrences in her home. At first, it was just strange noises and odd movements. But when these incidents started happening around her 1-year-old daughter, she decided to record them.
Robert.
Whoa, whoa. Come on.
You said, come on. Well, come on, Daddy. I ain't scared. Show me where he at.
Here.
What's up there?
Hey. Dada.
Girl.
Hey.
What you, what? What? Girl. She just be doing it. I don't. What's up there, baby? So they followed us to grandma's house. I just turned the camera on and then, cause I see her when she start pointing, she'll point up to the sky.
Dada. Mama, Dada.
Where? There's nobody over there right.
Some believe this was a tender visit from her late husband. Others fear it could be something far more sinister, an entity pretending to be him. But here's the unsettling part. No one had ever told the child her father had passed away. Mrs. Collins is certain it was her husband. On the way to a party, a man trailed behind his friend's car. casually filming the drive without thinking much of it. But a few seconds into the footage, something chilling appeared. Behind the vehicle ahead, a faint, motionless figure dressed in white stood eerily still. The video was grainy, yet the silhouette was unmistakable. Then, as if melting into the darkness, the figure slowly faded away. Neither of them noticed it in the moment, but both admitted the night had an unsettling, almost heavy feeling. Could what they captured be the reason why? A Redditor shared a chilling story about her sister's home deep in the woods. One night, her security camera caught something bizarre, a hazy, human-shaped mist that seemed to materialize out of nowhere and drift across the lens. Some commenters tried to explain it away as just a person distorted by the camera, but here's the problem. No one was supposed to be anywhere near that house, and the middle of a dense forest isn't exactly a casual hangout spot. Even stranger, the figure didn't walk in from the side, it simply appeared. No clear explanation fits, leaving one unsettling possibility lingering in the air: something paranormal. In 2022, a man set up a trail camera deep in a remote forest, hoping to capture rare glimpses of wildlife. But when he reviewed the footage, one clip stopped him cold: a strange humanoid figure that didn't look entirely human. The location was so secluded and the camera so well hidden that it seemed impossible for anyone to just stumble across it. He wrestled with two explanations. Maybe some random person had wandered through by pure chance, or maybe he'd caught something that wasn't human at all. And in his gut, he knew it was the latter. Deep in the heart of an untouched forest, a colossal hornet nest hung like nature's ticking time bomb. These weren't your average stingers. One wrong move and it could turn deadly. Yet in certain parts of the world, these hornets are a prized delicacy, making the gamble all the more tempting. Clad in heavy protective gear, the team braved the swarm, every step a test of nerve, until at last they secured and relocated the nest. Mission accomplished. On a late-night hike near an old forest cemetery, a group of friends decided to wander off the main trail. Drawn by curiosity, they began exploring the weathered graves, their flashlights sweeping over moss-covered headstones. One hiker paused to take a quick photo beside a crumbling marker, thinking nothing of it at the time. But when they later looked at the picture, their stomachs dropped. A faint, misty figure seemed to be rising from the earth right next to the grave. Several in the group recalled a sudden, bone-chilling drop in temperature, and that unsettling sensation of invisible eyes watching them. They left soon after, silent and uneasy. None of them has dared to go back. While vacationing in Santiago, Chile, a family decided to spend the evening at a lively beach luau in Viña del Mar. But amid the music, laughter, and ocean breeze, something strange stole the show.
Son los marcianos.
Uy, sí, qué raro.
Vale, está en un árbol. Mira, la cagó.
Mira las luces que van. Grábenlo, niños.
Mira.
¿Qué es eso?
Una estrella fugaz en el cerro.
No, es una cosa. Era como una nube.
Se desvaneció.
Two glowing orbs appeared in the night sky, drifting slowly, silently, and impossibly smooth. Heads tilted upward, conversations stopped, and the crowd collectively fell into stunned silence. No one could say what they were looking at. The skies were crystal clear, the lights were unlike anything familiar. Yet neither local space agencies nor aviation authorities ever explained. To this day, that eerie sight over the beach remains a mystery. When she was just 6 years old, a Reddit user visited Gettysburg and had an encounter she would never forget. Near Longstreet Tower, she spotted a faint, grayish figure who calmly introduced himself as John Reich. He claimed to be a World War I medic. He even warned her to stay away from a nearby rock wall. before vanishing into thin air. Days later, while wandering through Gettysburg National Cemetery, she froze in shock. There it was, a headstone bearing the name John Reich. Years later, she shared her eerie childhood story online. That's when things took an even stranger turn. A woman stepped forward, claiming to be Reich's great-granddaughter. She confirmed he had served as a medic in World War I and later worked as a carpenter and taxi driver. Coincidence? Maybe. But honestly, I doubt it. A mysterious trail cam photo from California has been making waves on X, leaving people baffled over what exactly was caught on camera. Some swear it's proof of a dogman or even Bigfoot lurking in the wild. Sure, that's where the mind jumps first, but others have a more grounded theory. It's likely just a bear suffering from mange, a skin disease caused by mites that can make animals look eerily thin and nearly hairless. Sounds reasonable, but still, what if it wasn't? During a home renovation, one family stumbled onto a bizarre mystery hidden under more than a foot of pine needles. The previous owners, who'd lived there for 25 years, insisted they had never seen it before. At first glance, it looked like some ancient relic, maybe even something cursed. But a closer inspection revealed a $79.99 price tag and the name of artist Doris Beaver. Turns out, it was just a quirky, decorative tree face. Still, one question lingered. Who buried it so deep, and why? While scrolling through his trail cam footage, a man spotted something bizarre, something that made him do a double take. At first, it looked like a fairy? Surely, that couldn't be right. Curious, he posted the clip to Reddit, and the responses blew up. Most viewers swore it looked exactly like a tiny winged creature, but a few skeptics offered a more grounded theory. It was probably an owl swooping through the night with a rabbit in its claws. So, what's your take? Magical being or hungry bird? While kayaking down a roaring river, a kayaker is suddenly slammed against a massive boulder. The powerful current pins them underwater, making it nearly impossible to move. They're trapped, gasping for air, as the rushing water pushes harder and harder. Nearby, their friend spots the struggle and battles the fierce current, desperately trying to pull them free.
Are you okay?
Every second feels heavier, the river roaring like it's alive, and time is running out fast. While camping in the middle of a quiet Florida night, everything seemed calm. Marshmallows roasting, crickets chirping, the gentle sound of water nearby, until the surface began to ripple. At first, it looked like a fish, until glowing eyes started to appear. One pair, then another, then 10. Massive, dark shapes slid silently through the water, closing in. What was meant to be a peaceful night under the stars quickly turned into a terrifying standoff. A camper found himself trapped as huge alligators surrounded the area, their eyes locked on him, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. With nothing but a thin tent or camp chair between him and jaws powerful enough to pull someone into the water in seconds, every heartbeat felt louder, and every second felt longer. This wasn't just a scary story, it was a real-life, teeth-snapping close call that could have ended very badly. This creepy encounter was shared by Midwest Ghost Hunter on YouTube. Imagine spending a night alone in Wisconsin's most haunted cemetery, Dartford. Locals whisper of Civil War soldiers marching through the graves, tombstones that glow and shift in the dark. He was calling out for signs when suddenly a rattling gate. No wind, no reason. Just a violent metallic shake in the dead silence.
Old water pump here. That's pretty cool. See if anyone's over here. Whoa, what was that? It was like a rattling sound. That sounded like the gate. Oh. And there's no wind out here.
And then, a whisper. Faint. Unearthly. He felt eyes all around me, and that was only the beginning.
Could you come and talk to me? Oh my God. That just sounded like a whisper. A whisper in there. Holy shit, I haven't even gotten in there yet. And already stuff's popping off.
As he finally wanted to enter the graveyard, he swore he saw something standing behind the tree.
He's really on there. All right, I undid the gate. Now what? Oh God. Whoa. Dude, I swear to God, I just seen something standing right there. It looked like a figure standing right by the tree. It was a tall white figure watching me. It was like a person. Oh God. Holy shit. Oh my God, this place is unreal. All right. I'm gonna open the gate.
He pushed the cemetery gate open, and it slammed shut behind him with force.
Terry. Do you dare me to go in? If you want me to go in, just let me know. Whoa! Dude! No way! Oh, shit! Oh! Dude, that thing just freaking shut! It just shut! Dude, that thing just shut! It's shut by itself. Look at that, it's like completely shut now. I had that thing wide open.
The cemetery gate suddenly shuts on its own. Could this be one of the Dartford spirits taunting me to leave?
His heart sank. Was it a warning? A dare? The spirits were making their presence known, and they didn't want him inside. This video was uploaded by Jose Flores Terror, a YouTube channel that posts creepy encounters and paranormal activities. This guy went camping alone in a cabin said to be haunted, deep in the forest, with nowhere to run.
Welcome to a new paranormal investigation. Right now I am practically in the middle of the mountain. I am completely alone, and behind me, as you can see, is this small cabin.
As midnight crept in, the silence was shattered first. The window creaked open on its own. Then came the whispers, faint and chilling.
Or something tonight, I think it's quite important to do it. If there is any entity in this cabin that wants to manifest itself tonight, they can do so. I'm going to be here all night. You can introduce yourself in any way. I just heard a knock upstairs. I don't know if you heard it. And the energy meter is going completely crazy because it goes up and down all the time.
Moments later, footsteps, slow, heavy, and getting closer.
Oh, I don't know if this was there just now, but it just gave me goosebumps. I'm shaking right now, but I don't know if just now that they knocked on the window, you could hear them knocking on the window, you can hear it there. I don't know if you can see in this part here, some hands marked on the outside of the window, and they're very large hands. Hello. The window just opened. The window just opened. Is anyone there? Footsteps are being heard up there.
Imagine being trapped there, in the dark, with nothing but thin walls separating you from whatever was outside. Was it the ghost that haunted this cabin? Or something else lurking in the woods? If it were you, would you stay to find out, or run into the darkness? And most importantly, what do you think was making those sounds? Paranormal Discovery shares his encounter while camping. He drove down a lonely dirt path to haunted forest, completely alone with only his dog. From the moment he stepped out, the air felt wrong. No birds, no insects, just silence. Every shadow seemed alive.
Alright, I feel like this is from when Angela and I came, so that's cool. Don't have to set up a rock formation. Looks like everything is fairly damp. I mean, some of this birch here will still be able to light.
After settling down late in the night, suddenly, from the thick bushes, a loud, unearthly voice echoed through the silence.
The grounds here? Are you indigenous? Definitely indigenous. Alright, what's your message there, Ann?
Help speak.
Help speak?
Pitiful.
Help speak, pitiful. Like, legitimately, it may actually be dangerous. Like, really dangerous. I'm so incredibly sorry.
Okay, come on. Now, come on. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, what the fuck? Emergency. Alright, this might be an emergency. I got Kia in the freaking Subaru right now. I don't want her coming out. Okay.
It wasn't human. It wasn't an animal. Fear gripped him instantly. Every instinct screamed, "Leave now," but it is late in the middle night, nowhere to go. He just has to stay there till daybreak. But here's the question, what do you think that was? A wild creature? A paranormal entity? And if it were you, would curiosity keep you there, or would fear make you run? Exploring with Angola shared this video on this YouTube page. He went camping in the haunted forest in remote Canada. At first, everything seemed fine as he set up his tent and settled in. Most creepy things happen in the night. But as night fell, the forest grew unnervingly silent, until he said he heard a voice whisper his name. Heart pounding, he froze. Nothing in sight. He flashed his touch in that direction, but he found nothing.
It's getting a little bit cool now, but it's helping with the mosquito situation, so that's not so bad. They were bad earlier, but now it seems...
could have sworn I just heard somebody call my name.
Silence returned, so he decided to go and check. Maybe they could find what was making those sounds. He then heard another voice. This is really strange. Another hello echoed from dead ahead.
Hello. Okay. I just heard hello back. And it was dead ahead of me. What the fuck is going on right now?
His pulse raced. Who or what was calling out? Was it a lost traveler, a spirit lingering in the forest, or something far darker that wanted him to follow? This YouTuber, Camping with Josh, shared his experience of his solo wild camp. He set out for a solo camping trip deep in the foggy forest. At first, everything seemed normal. He pitched his tent, gathered his things, and prepared for a quiet night. But the deeper the silence grew, the heavier it felt. While exploring, he noticed something eerie, a strange white figure draped over what looked like a tree stump. It felt out of place, almost like a warning.
You guys gonna think I planned this? I didn't. I think Halloween's coming up, isn't it? Okay. This is a bit weird.
As night fell, he heard some unsettling noises coming from the bushes, too heavy, too deliberate to be just animals.
When the camera was off, I heard some really heavy movements in the bushes, and I'm pretty sure I saw something in the bushes as well. As I was standing still, there was this movement there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to leave my tarp here in the woods. My bag is already packed.
The forest grew unnaturally quiet, as though something unseen was watching him. Fear gripped him, and he decided to abandon his camp, convinced he was not truly alone out there. This Reddit user decided to go hiking in the mountains. But look at the weather. The path is buried in snow, the air is thick with fog, and visibility is almost zero. Every step feels uncertain, as if something could be lurking just beyond the mist. Imagine standing here, surrounded by silence except for the crunch of snow beneath your boots and the wind howling through the rocks. Would you keep walking forward, not knowing what lies ahead, or would you turn back to safety? What do you think is hidden in this fog? Just more snow and stone, or something else entirely? This was posted by the English Woodsman on his YouTube channel. This camper set out to test his long-awaited dream tent. After years of wanting it, he finally got his hands on one through a bundle deal. Excited, he pitched the tent deep in the forest and even tried out a brand new twig stove. But as night fell, the excitement quickly faded. The tent had rips, broken zippers, and even small holes in the roof. He patched them up as best as he could, hoping it would hold through the night.
A bit of candle wax, that'll work. I'm inside the tent, and there's something that I've realised what I didn't when I first set the tent up. There's some holes. I've got 1, 2, 3 holes here in the top of the tent, and if it does rain, well, that's the point where it's going to come down.
Then, just past midnight, things took a chilling turn. He heard it. Something brushing against the tent walls. Footsteps circled outside.
Right, I'm going to get myself sorted out. I'll bring you back in a bit. Just being woken by something that seemed to be walking around my tent a bit. And it's woke Dan up as well, because Dan's just messaged me. You know, the guy lines that you pull out, something I felt, no, not, I don't know, it's just, you know, I don't know. See, there it is again.
Was it wildlife? Or something much darker lurking in the woods? Would you have stayed inside or dared to step out and face the unknown? BS Action Channel posted this video on YouTube. A seasoned hunter set out into the dense forest with his loyal dog, tracking a wounded boar. But what they stumbled into was far more terrifying than they ever imagined. Suddenly, the boar charged, narrowly missing them with its deadly tusks. Chaos erupted, but the hunter wasn't alone. His brave dog leapt into action, helping him regain control of the situation. Without the dog's courage and quick thinking, the encounter could have ended in disaster. This dramatic moment showcased an unbreakable bond of trust, teamwork, and loyalty in the face of danger. It's an unforgettable ordeal, a reminder of how far trust between a human and their dog can go. This picture was taken by a Reddit user. Have you ever seen anything like this in the sky before? No filters, no edits, this is exactly how it looked. A massive glowing ring is surrounding the sun, almost like a portal opening above us. This rare phenomenon is known as a sun halo. It happens when sunlight passes through ice crystals high in the atmosphere, bending the light into this perfect circle. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Throughout history, halos like this have been seen as powerful omens. Some cultures believed it was a warning of storms to come. Others thought it was a spiritual sign from above. So what do you think? Is this just science at work? Or could the sky be trying to tell us something? This was shared by a YouTuber, Ramble On. A father set out on a wild overnight camp with one goal, to keep a promise to his daughter. She asked him to capture the sunset. The ground was rough, the tent uneven, and the wind relentless, but he pushed on. Dinner was a simple dehydrated meal with noodles, chicken, and chili sauce, yet small mishaps made the night harder. His cup landed in sheep poo, his biscuits blew away, and the cold cut deep. As darkness fell, the wind roared against the tent, keeping him awake for most of the night. He barely managed a few hours of broken sleep, relying on layer and sheer determination. By dawn, clouds hid the sunrise, but he still honored the promise.
2 minutes until the sunrise, and here I am packing up my sleeping gear. I'm keeping an eye on it. There's nothing happening at the moment because of all the clouds that's out there. But I thought things are kicking off, so I need to be getting my ass in gear.
Exhausted and battered by the storm, he packed up with pride, kept his word, faced the elements, and walked away stronger. Ray RLC, a YouTuber, posted his encounter in this mysterious area. This guy set out to hike on a mysterious trail in a remote area, one surrounded by chilling rumors. Locals say anyone who ventures here ends up with pounding headaches, dizziness, and even vomiting, yet no one knows why. Determined to test it for himself, he hiked deeper into the path. At first, nothing seemed unusual. He brushed it off when he thought he saw movement, just a deer.
Just saw something right back there.
Oh, gee, what was that? Oh, shoot. Oh, I think there's... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh.
Oh my gosh. It was just a deer. Okay.
But the deeper he went, the more unsettling it became. Suddenly his balance faltered. A wave of nausea struck out of nowhere, growing worse with every step. Finally, his stomach gave in. He vomited violently. The strangest part? As soon as he left the area, the sickness vanished.
Okay, stop. Stop. Oh. 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 Oh my gosh. Oh, no, no, no. Oh. Oh, it's coming up. It's coming up. Oh, I do not want to film this. I do not. Oh, this is going to be gross. I'm not going to film this. Whole sec.
Was this just nature, or is something much darker guarding that trail? This video was uploaded to Dead City Paranormal on YouTube. Two guys decided to explore an abandoned haunted house overnight. The moment they stepped inside, silence wrapped around them, heavy and suffocating. The walls were cracked and twisted, almost as if the house itself was alive, watching. The narrow passage stretched out before them, dark and unsettling.
Hello? Was that you?
At first, it was only the eerie stillness, but soon, faint movements echoed from other rooms, and some movements where they were.
Mate, was that you?
You are capable.
Was that you then that made that bang?
I didn't make no bang, no. My keys clicked, like...
No, I heard that, and then I heard like a doof. Mate, that's so weird. This is the first time we bring the box out.
And that's weird.
And it's like, what's that box?
What the...
Oh, mate!
What was that? What the...
Oh, mate!
What was that? Was that just a falling?
I don't know.
They froze, realizing they were no longer alone. Was it a ghost haunting the ruins, or something even darker lurking just out of sight? The Moon Pie Project posted this on her channel. She and her friend hiked deep into the woods, laughing and joking. As they walked past the trees in the forest, the air grew heavy, strange noises echoed, and they saw a Pookie Pie as they stood beside a river in the forest.
Do you want a moon pie? We should have left. when I said it was safe to leave.
Yeah,
Well, he can't cross the log. He can't go in the water.
he's thinking about
I
it.
was wrong.
Stretching.
I think he's coming up here.
But what is it doing alone in that place? They followed it. On their way, following it, they saw pictures of people on the floor and placed them on the wood there.
There's random pictures of people printed out up here. Okay, here you go.
Suddenly, the terrifying truth hit them. They weren't following the Pookie Pie. Something was out there, watching, waiting, and following. One of them ran immediately. She saw something strange.
Now it's okay, okay. Don't run, don't run, don't run. We can't run, don't run.
What do you think she saw? Would you keep calm and walk? Or run for your life if something unseen stalked you in the woods? This video was shared by Marusha Outdoors on YouTube. She decided to spend a peaceful day camping by the lakeside alone. The weather was calm, and she enjoyed setting up her tent, thinking it would be a quiet night and enjoying the beautiful view of the lake. But as the evening settled, the sky shifted. Dark clouds gathered quickly, and before she knew it, heavy rain and sharp lightning strikes surrounded her tent. She sat down inside her tent as she watched the cloud strikes. Drinking her tea, she could hear the water pounding against the fabric and the storm roaring above. Every thunderclap made her heart race. Alone, in the middle of nowhere, the storm felt almost too close, too personal. If you were in her place, trapped in a flimsy tent with the storm raging around, would you feel safe, or would you think something else was out there with you? This hiker set out on his canoe, gliding quietly across the lake, when his eyes locked onto something deeply unsettling. At the edge of the water, a dog was trapped, half buried in the mud, its body pinned down by the weight of a fallen dry tree. The poor creature struggled faintly, as if it had been stuck there for hours, maybe even longer. The hiker rushed to help, trying to drag the dog free, but the mud held it like quicksand.
You've been here a long time. You in any pain? You okay, buddy? Can we keep going? A bit more.
Finally, after some time, he was able to put the dog out of the mud. How long had the animal been there? Was it just an accident? Or something far stranger? And here's the chilling thought. What if he hadn't found it? What do you think could have happened to that dog?